I spent the last 3 days building, editing, and uploading Minecraft builds. How many days can I keep doing this without going completely insane? So it's day 3, and I honestly didn't really think I'd make it this far. I guess you could say that I'm starting to feel the effects of this challenge. Out brief candle, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. I had some really weird dreams last night. No! I need more time! I think it's been the lack of going outside. These once familiar walls have become my prison. You see, I didn't have any time to go outside yesterday, and I only had 15 minutes to walk in the woods the day before. I am gonna find that bird, and they are going to pay. On the upside, I remembered to have lunch yesterday. I'm sure this is completely normal. I'm really starting to become a cooking master. Is it supposed to be this crunchy? But I keep longing for some fresh air. I'm definitely gonna make some time for it today, even if it costs me the precious minutes to edit this sentence. Okay, I think it's time for a quick walk. I am not walking over to that side again. We all know what happened last time. Because of the theme of outdoors today, I'd like to make some sort of outdoor scene. The previous few builds that we've been doing have just been big focal points of builds in the center of the platform, but this time I'd like to make the landscape itself more of the focal point. It's the middle of summer, so the only thing that makes sense to build is an autumnal landscape. Autumn is my favorite time of year. All of the colors of the trees are so pretty, and it's not too hot or cold like winter and summer. Why not put your favourite season in the comments section down below? Autumn is a much darker time of year, and you get some lovely sunsets, so I've set the lighting to be a lovely scarlet tinge across the whole of our canvas. As I said, I want the focus for this build to be a lot more on the landscape itself rather than on any particular focal point. So instead of using my usual method of a world edit brush with pink concrete powder, I decide to give a lot more care and dig it all out by hand. This build is effectively going to be on 2 levels, a lower level where there's going to be a pond and an upper level where there's going to be a tree. To the left, I very gradually make the landscape go down, but on the right I add a pretty small cliff face just to add a bit of differentiation, and where the cliff face is also going to be where the pond will be. The platform that we're building on is only 35 by 35, so I'm able to take it pretty slowly, just 1 block shaving off at a time. Once the general imprint of the landscape is finished, I dig down a pond and a river that goes around the left side of our platform, and I fill it in with diamond blocks just to give us an idea of how the water is going to look, and I can also just set it to water later on, so it saves us some time later. I mark in a place where our tree is going to be, and then I paint the landscape. So I use patches of podzol surrounded by areas of rooted dirt and coarse dirt, and then I add some more patches in between of moss blocks. And I make the sloping section of the area quite muddy. I really like the new mud block. I think it's an amazing addition to the darker blocks in the game. Then I replace quite a lot of the stone on the platform with dripstone. It's much less of a contrast between the dirt that we've been using and the dripstone, so I think it looks a lot better. After setting all of the diamond blocks to water and making a little stream going off the side, it's time to start working on one of the big features of this island, which is the tree. I don't know why I keep calling the platform an island. It doesn't really make much sense, because it's not an island. I make a split in the trunk of our tree to make 2 large branches going off in different directions. This makes it quite a lot easier for me later on so that I don't have to make as many horizontal branches going straight out to extend the canopy. I also make another slightly smaller one coming off the back, which just helps to add a bit more differentiation in later on too. Now it's time to start adding loads of branches, so I add lots of different ones, some going straight up, some going out in different directions. All of them have fences on the end of them because the fences just extend them a little bit further and we can cover them with leaves later. Then I use more fences, but these are mangrove and acacia fences, very much autumn colours. The red of the mangrove and the orange of the acacia works really well, but then we're going to cover it all with different types of yellow, red and orange blocks to make the kind of fiery tree colours that you get in autumn. There obviously isn't any orange, red or yellow leaf blocks in the game, so to compensate for that, I use solid orange, red and yellow blocks on the inside of the tree, and then I cover that with a layer of glass and glass panes that are orange, yellow and red. I also add some brown stained glass and some mangrove roots into the trees just to look like dead leaves. With the tree done, I move on to the other large feature of this platform, which is the pond. So I add some lily pads on the surface, and underneath the surface I add loads of underwater blocks, seagrass, coral, kelp, everything. Now all that's left to do is detail the fairly bland landscape that we've got here. Now the crimson roots from the nether are actually perfect for the colour scheme that we've got going on here. So I add a bunch of them around, joined by some mushrooms, some grass, some dead bushes, some dead coral, and a few other features like a bench and a campsite. But with that, this platform is done and I have completed day 3 of this challenge. If you've been enjoying this series or you've just watched this video, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell because it really helps me out. And I'll see all of you in the next one. Goodbye! So I had a bunch of them around, joined with some So I placed loads of them around along with a